hope you're doing well. Today I have a fun little video tutorial for you. I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks on how to take my crochet flower potholder pattern and turn it into a 4th of July version one. So I think it turned out so cute, and I really want to show you guys how I did it because I also used a different yarn. So the original version is made with a DK weight yarn, and this one is actually made with a worsted weight yarn. So I have my yarn and hook here, and yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about it. So the yarn that I used for this pattern is I used Lion Brand cotton hemp yarn, which is a worsted weight number 4 yarn. So I really wanted to still stick with a natural fiber because I'm going to be using it as a pot holder. And then I also used a 4.5mm crochet hook. So I did go up one size on my hook as well. And so in this specific tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make the stars. And then I'm also going to be showing you how to make those seamless color changes when you're making the stripes. Okay, and so I used the red and white to make my stripes like the American flag. And then I used my blue for the inner part and then to seam my flower together as well. So this is the front side and then this is the back side. And so if you're looking to make the actual crochet flower pot holder, so the original version, but you can actually use this video tutorial and the other one. In that video tutorial, I do show you step by step how to make this. So I literally go over everything, including the seaming part. Okay, so you can use both of these tutorials to make it, and this way your project will come out really nice. But anyhow, we're going to get straight into it. And one thing I did want to mention is that in the description box, you are going to find the 2 links that link to this project. So the first one is the original pattern, and then the second one, I've written down everything that I used. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to be showing you is how to make those seamless color changes. Okay, so what I went ahead and did was, I went ahead and pre-made my blue circle, and so my 4th row would be our color change. So we're going to be using the color red. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot this to the side. I'm going to go ahead and grab my circle and my new color. I'm just going to zoom in a bit here just so that way you can see it a bit more clearly. Okay. All right. So I'm right here towards my end, and now I just need to slip stitch into my 3rd chain, 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to go ahead and make a slip stitch. Now you do want to go ahead and cut your yarn. I'm playing a bit of yarn chicken here because I'm using the last of my blue up. But I'm just going to make that slip stitch. Just like that. Now I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch. Okay, so insert it right there. Now normally you would yarn over and pull through, but instead we're going to make a seamless color change. So I'm going to grab my yarn. I'm going to fold it like this. Okay, so it looks like that. And I'm just going to put it on my hook like this. And I'm going to work it through that first stitch. And then I'm going to work it through that second one. And there you go. So now we have finished with the blue color, and now we've got our red color on our hook. And then you want to chain 4 for the next part of the pattern. So I'm just going to chain 4. And then I'm going to work another double crochet because the 4 chains counts as 1 double crochet plus chain, and I'm going to work it in again. Okay, so I'm just going to yarn over for a double crochet. I'm going to insert it into that stitch, which can be a little bit tricky at first. And then I'm going to make my double crochet. And there you go. So that's the first part of our pattern. Now I'm going to make that first row all the way around, and then I'll meet you here towards the end because then we're going to be using our second color. All right, so here I am at the end of my 4th row, and so I'm about to make another color change because we are making red and white stripes. So for this part, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make a slip stitch into that 3rd chain, 1, 2, and 3, just like the pattern says to. And then we're going to make another slip stitch, and just like we did over here, we're going to be making a color change. So go ahead and insert your hook into that V, just like that. push this one to the back. Okay, now we're going to grab our second color. I'm just going to fold it just like that, and I'm going to put it over the hook. Okay, so see how it looks like that? And then I'm going to carefully pull it through, and then pull it through that loop on my hook, and then I'm going to hold it like this. Then I'm going to grab the working yarn. I'm going to push the tail end to the back, grab that working yarn, and immediately make a chain of 3 for the 5th row. Okay, so now we've switched colors and you have a seamless color change. And then what I like to do is, because we have to make another double crochet for the 5th row, I like to work over the yarns in the back. So I push my finger just like this to kind of hold them in place. Okay, and then I immediately go ahead and make that double crochet. So I'll go ahead and just finish this stitch just so you can see it. Then we want to chain 1 and we want to make 2 more double crochets, because that is part of the sequence if you're following along with the pattern. Let me grab some more yarn. Just like that. Okay, and see how you've made a really pretty color change? And you can't even tell where you did it at, in my opinion, when it's all done. So this is what the front looks like, and then this is what the back looks like. And then once you work those in more, you really can't tell at all. All right, so that is how you make the color changes for this potholder. So now I'm going to be showing you how to make the stars. So you want to go ahead and grab your off-white color again. So our next part of our tutorial is to make our stars. So go ahead and grab your project again. So I have my circle here, and you want to grab your darning needle and your off-white color. Okay, and so I will say, this is the only one I had on hand, but if you have a sharper one, that works way better, I found, to make the stars. Okay, and so how I made my stars was I literally just made 2 triangles, one facing the right way and then one facing downwards. So I'm going to go ahead and take my yarn. I'm going to insert my yarn through my darning needle, and I'm going to be working a star right here in the middle part of my circle. So I added a total of 6 stars. Of course, you can do more, which it's whatever you prefer. Okay, so our first step, just to make a basic triangle, is I took my darning needle and I inserted from the back. Okay, so I'm working towards the bottom first, and I just worked my yarn through, and then I took my darning needle and I pushed it, or I put it through at the top. And these stars kind of look very organic, but that's what I liked about it. It's not perfect. Okay, and then I worked it through the bottom again on the right hand side, just like that. And then make sure when you are pushing your darning needle through that you kind of work it through a strand, because I found that when you worked it through an open space, it just didn't come out good. So now that I've worked it through here, we're just going to work it through the top again, just like that. So you should have an upside down V, and then I came through the bottom again, through the bottom, and I worked it through just like that. Okay, so now you have a triangle. It's not perfect, but that's what we want. Okay, so now we're going to make a upside down triangle. So for this part, what we're going to do is we are going to start from the left side, and we're going to work our yarn or our darning needle through again. Make sure you do it through a strand. And now we're going to go underneath the first strand and over the second one. You can also just make a basic triangle on top. And then we're going to insert our hook again, or our darning needle. Just like that. Okay, and if it's too long, you can always take it out. Kind of like the look of that though. You kind of have to play around with it too, I find. Okay, and then we're going to work it through the bottom because we need to make that point. Okay, and so now I have to see if I want to go, yep, this way. So we're going to go underneath again. And then I'm going to insert it into that spot. Just like that. And I'm just going to take this out for a second, just so I can maneuver this strand a little bit. There we go. Okay, let me insert my yarn through again. Okay, so I have this. And now I just need to make my final strand right here. So I am just going to work from the bottom again, or actually I'm going to just go from the top. I think it'll be easier from the top. And like I said, these are very organic-y looking stars. And then I'm going to work my yarn through here on the bottom. And then at the point there. Okay. All right, and so you should have something that looks like this. And so now the last step is all we need to do is just fill it in. Okay, so when we are filling it in, you just want to make sure, because that's how I did these, that you kind of go underneath the strands, because that's how you get this little cool effect. Okay, so let's see here. Just gonna do a few here just so you know what to do. So let's go ahead and come from the top. And you do have to kind of play around in how you insert your darning needle. Okay, and I'm going to, this strand is over, so I'm gonna go over it and then underneath. Like that. See how that's covered? And then I'll insert my darning needle through that for the point. There we go. See how it's already kind of covered? And then I will go through, let's go through this one here. And I'm just gonna go across. So I'm actually gonna go underneath this strand right here. And then make sure I reach this side. Okay, so you want to just continue to do that until your star is completely filled in, and then your back is going to look a little messy, but it's going to look something like this. And then all I did was I just tied it or made a knot, and then I cut my ends off, and then that's how I made all my stars. So just make sure that you fill the rest of this star in, and then you're going to have something that looks like this. Okay, and so yeah, that is how you make your stars. And then just to note, and I do note this in the blog post, is I made the stars before I seamed my petals together, because this way you don't see the ends of where we tied everything together. Yeah. Okay, so that is how you make the stars. All right, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this fun little tutorial on how to make a 4th of July crochet flower pot holder. So I hope you enjoyed making this version of it. And yeah, I hope you found the tips helpful. And so hopefully it was easy to follow. And yeah, so if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video tutorial. Bye, everyone.